Hey, how's it going guys? Jack and Matt here with the Toasty Bros, and today we're checking out this absolutely amazing lifetime deal right here that we bought from Walmart.
This is a gaming laptop for $630 that features an RTX 2060 and a Ryzen 7 4800H. That's kind of a crazy deal. Is it actually good though? Well, we're about to find out. But first, a word from today's sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by GVG Mall, the online marketplace to gain access to some really awesome discounted game keys and more specifically, Windows 10 licenses.
Windows 10 is super easy to install. You just install it straight from Microsoft's website, and then you go to our good friends at GVG Mall. Use our code TB20 for a limited time to get 30% off now, and then you just get that Windows 10 Pro key. You literally plug it into Windows and boom, you no longer have that stupid watermark and your updates can actually update now.
They're also running a lot of discounted sales for the holiday season, so definitely check the link in the description down below. Buy a Windows 10 key or a game for your gaming PC, and yeah, support GVG Mall for supporting us because they're awesome. Thanks again to GVG Mall for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get into the video, shall we?
So this laptop here specifically was a refurb unit, hence the 4th gen Ryzen, but we do want to point out there is a lot of refurb deals on Walmart actually. We've gotten quite a few HPs, Evoos, Motile, there's all kinds of different brands on Walmart that is practically equivalent to Amazon, honestly, with their refurb stuff. So we really do recommend checking out a Walmart near you.
And of course, for the specs, we just had to pick it up and see if it was worth considering. So we'll leave a link to the listing down below. It's probably not going to actually have ones you can buy, but you can use that to do some searching to find them elsewhere, whether it's Walmart, sometimes they do sell them on eBay as well. And you can try to find this Evoo brand, which is a Walmart brand. We'll talk about that here in a second. Let's just open this thing up.
So we're off to a good start. You always know it's a really good deal when it's nice and loose, but let's go ahead and pull up the Epic unboxing knife. And it does say tested, ready for reuse. I don't know what exactly that entails. I know Matt and I have definitely had some pretty bad situations before where we got things that were refurb units and...
Do you need the katana?
I might need the katana, man. Did they glue...
Oh, they're gonna have to wait for that though.
They like glued the box. Am I opening it the wrong way?
No, it looks right.
Yeah, no, okay, the box is
glued.
It's like actually glued. This is weird.
It's gonna hurt the resale value over at PCBros.tech.
Yeah, PCBros.tech. I mean, I guess we're just gonna have to sell it even cheaper than Walmart did, right?
Oh my goodness.
This is why they didn't have to pad it very well.
Use some 3M.
They knew it wasn't going nowhere. Dude, holy.
Why did they do it like that?
Frickin' schmeckies.
Okay, well, there we go.
Wow, yeah, they really, they went all out with the packaging here.
Nice.
I mean, it appears to be pretty safe. I mean, there's no hard drive to my knowledge or anything.
Things are pretty good at protecting.
Why is there more sticky?
Get that same sticky on everything.
More sticky. All right, we're just gonna pull the laptop out, but then obviously we're gonna check out what all we get with it before we look at the actual laptop. We get a refurbished information guide, and this probably is refurbished by Evoo, I would assume, which is a, did you say it was a Sony?
Yeah, so last information I looked up, it is owned by Sony and it's licensed to Walmart's only.
Yeah, so there's a good chance it was, you know, basically refurbished by Sony or them. It's FSP Group Power Supply.
Yeah, interesting.
I've never seen FSP Power Brick, but that's cool. FSP is definitely a good company. So yeah, let's go ahead and just check out the outside of this laptop before we open it up, see what kind of ports we get. It definitely looks to be in very good shape. I don't think whoever had it for very long, but we have two USB 3s. We have a full-size SD card reader, which for you content creators out there, pretty cool. Nothing on the front. It looks like on the other side we have a actual headphone jack and a microphone jack. So that's kind of cool. It's not a combo for all you gamers out there. Then we have a USB 2, we have an Ethernet jack, we have a Kingston lock. This is really cool. I like when they do this. We have two mini display outs, an HDMI out, a USB-C, and the power port.
A lot of monitors.
This is actually, yeah, this is a little bit interesting to see. Because even with higher end gaming laptops, they're very lackluster on their ports. But yeah, you could run like 3 monitors in this, which is kind of insane.
It's basically new.
It does basically look new. I think it has a turbo button or something.
Oh, yes.
We always like those. It looks like it has some sort of light up keyboard. We'll plug it in and see. I can see the button for that here. Let's see if it actually has power. I saw a blink. But yeah, we have an absolutely amazing deal here. I mean, we have a 4800H, which is Ryzen 7. We have the RTX 2060 6 gig. And I mean, this should literally run anything we throw at it. I don't know, what is the screen? You know,
I believe it's 144 hertz.
He believes that.
Yes.
But is it true?
If it is, then that's just even better.
But so far, we got display.
Will she post?
Will she post?
Does
But it looks like it
somebody-
actually has a webcam and a mic as well, which is always nice to have. There's actually been some high-end laptops, Matt and I've looked at that don't have mics.
Oh yeah, that's
and
144.
webcams.
I can already see it. I just know.
Do you think so?
I just.
Gaming laptop.
All right, so now we have the laptop all booted up and ready to go. So of course what we're gonna do is go ahead and load it up with some games, test it in gaming, of course, and it does look like it's at 144 hertz, so Jackson owes me a benchmark, so, you know, yeah.
Is it really 144 hertz?
Yes.
Like automatically?
Yeah, well, here we go, All right, display settings,
I think he changed it.
You think I changed
He
it?
didn't show it on camera.
advanced display settings. Oh, it's 120, so we're both wrong. All right, guys, we are now in Call of Duty Warzone, running on what basically is medium settings. Right out the gate, one thing I can mention is this laptop is pretty loud, and as you can tell by the temperatures, we're looking at about 84 degrees Celsius on the Ryzen 7 4800H, and about 64 right now on the 2060. That'll definitely keep going up as we load into this match. But hey, it's a $600 laptop. If it's a little bit loud, it's not the end of the world. So let's just dive into a match and see what kind of FPS we get. All right, this thing is revving up nice and loud, but hey, 80 to 90 FPS so far. Things are running a little bit toasty, but this is the kind of performance I did expect from something like an RTX 2060. So far, so good. It is definitely playable, and geez, $600, this thing is looking like an absolute insane value that we picked up given the market right now. Again, it's like really hard to even get a 2060 for $600, let alone an entire laptop. So I really give this little pickup from Walmart a pretty big props, and very excited to see how it continues to play. Having the 16 gigs of RAM is very important as well in a game like Warzone, because you see we're using 13 gigs right now. That CPU is only getting hotter, 90 degrees Celsius, so not ideal. Getting a laptop cooling pad might give you a little bit more temperature control here and maybe improve performance, but I'm kind of used to new modern laptops running hot. It's not like they weren't designed to run hot or work hot. It's not the greatest for like noises and stuff. So it's not that this laptop's gonna die or anything, but you know, something to keep in mind. So let's go ahead and dive in here, try to get a kill and see what kind of FPS we average out at. I'm gonna imagine we're probably gonna be anywhere between like 70 to 60 FPS in the actual game on basically medium settings. Anything over 60 is a benefit though, because of that 120 hertz screen, which is actually pretty smooth, albeit it is a little bit dim for my liking. All right, Superstore, here we come, and right now we're at 60 to 70 FPS. That RAM usage hit 14 gigs. It's crazy how much RAM games use nowadays. I know Warzone's kind of an outlier, but it's definitely using a lot of memory. So we're gonna run over here, get some shields, get a gun, probably die. All right, we're settling at around 80 to 90 FPS. Once again, this screen is a little bit dim for my liking, and it might cause some problems if you're really hardcore into gaming, especially in these darker areas. So that's something to keep in mind. That doesn't mean with this market that you couldn't just buy a 144 hertz laptop, use this thing without the HDMI out, and have a little external gaming PC set up as well, because it's such a good price. I can see people doing that. Did I really drop into Superstore and there's no one here? I refuse. Oh, there's somebody. All right, here we go. Hey, got him. Hey, we got a kill. Sometimes that doesn't really happen when I benchmark Warzone, but looking like 80 FPS inside Superstore. I'm gonna run outside real quick just to get a little bit of a better stress test, but 60 to 80 FPS. I mean, can't complain there. There's obviously some pro settings you could run on this that could give you better FPS, get you closer to 120, but on a laptop at $600, I know I keep reiterating that over and over again, I really cannot complain too much. Is there anyone else? Anyone else who wants this? Or are we just gonna switch to another game? Oh, where the heck did he come from? He got me from behind, I guess. Wow, he just came out that door and got me. Wow, you know what? It do be like that sometimes. So, all right, let's go ahead and switch to another game. All right, guys, next up we have Borderlands 3, which is our AAA benchmark of choice. We're gonna run the built-in benchmark on high settings at 1080p and see what kind of numbers we can get. I imagine we'll probably get around 60 FPS. This is a very demanding built-in benchmark, so we're gonna go ahead and let it run, see what kind of numbers we get, and go from there. All right, guys, so it is looking like we're getting about 60 FPS, few dips below that. Again, we are running on high settings, which is pretty demanding for this laptop. So getting about a 60 FPS average would be ideal. I'm going ahead and let the rest of the benchmark run and we'll see what we average. All right, guys, it looks like we average 64 FPS. So running on medium settings, you probably get closer to like the 80 to 90 range, so you can actually take advantage of that higher refresh rate monitor. But it's cool to see at high settings, you can get a 60 FPS gaming experience. Let's switch to the next one. All right, guys, next up we have Splitgate, which is an esports title that represents, well, most of the performance you would get from esports titles like Fortnite, Valorant, Rainbow Six Siege, and things like that. Right now we are on max settings at 1080p. Do keep in mind this is probably the least demanding of most esports titles out there, but it is a fun game to play. If you haven't tried it, it is free to play. So we're gonna dive in here and see if we can start to take advantage of that 120 hertz screen, and already we're looking at 200 plus FPS. So that is definitely a yes. So let's just run around and get some kills in Team SWAT. First blood. So as you can see, once again, the temperatures are getting a little bit toasty, but you know, can't really complain too much. It is running very well, and it doesn't seem like it's losing any performance because of it. I did realize there's a little performance mode button right here that I believe ramps up the fans, because I clicked it before and the fans were a little bit quieter, but now that I clicked it again, they're much louder. So I think if you want to get the best temperature possible, you want to make sure you click that and enable the max performance. There's no like on-screen notification when that happens, but just something to keep in mind. Sometimes you just play in lobbies in this game and they're just a bunch of noobs and they have like no idea what they're doing. All right, we're gonna play till death one more time. Here we go. I would imagine with this laptop, you would probably get similar results in Fortnite, probably like 100 plus FPS. Really good for esports if you're wanting to dive into it. I know I said last live, but you know what, I was talking, I wasn't paying attention. I gotta go out with one kill. All right, here we go. JK, I'm not going out with a kill, but hey, you know what? Looks pretty good. Let's test one more game real quick. All right, guys, the last game we're gonna be testing is Apex Legends. We're on 1080p, pretty much max settings right now, and we're getting about 90 to 100 FPS. Again, I've been emphasizing this like 1,000 times, but the fact that we got this laptop for $600 is an absolute steal, considering you would have to pay almost the same price as this laptop just to get a 2060 alone in this current market. So all that being said, it's a pretty good buy. We're gonna do one quick run through here real quick and see if the numbers stay the same and see if I can actually kill somebody. Both are, well, one's likely, one's unlikely. I'll let you all guess down below. Took one out. All right, killing it. I'm gonna choke. Nope, no choking here. Hey, we did it. Look at that. The furthest we dipped down was to about 70 FPS, which is not bad, but we did see that CPU hit 100 degrees, which is not ideal. You're definitely gonna wanna try to get some sort of laptop cooling pad or try to prop this thing up, because the ventilation when it's sitting straight down is really not cooling the CPU very well. And maybe swapping some thermal paste might actually get you some better performance. So overall performance is really good on this laptop. For 600 bucks, cannot complain. Let's wrap this video up real quick, shall we?
All right, guys, so as you probably guessed, this is, I would say, one of the best laptop deals of 2021, really. It is going to be pretty hard to replicate, more than likely, but we really do recommend checking out Walmart's website. And obviously there's some other places too, like eBay, Amazon, Newegg. There's all kinds of other places where you can find really good refurb deals, and there's some even local places near you, I'm sure.
Last time I checked, they actually had this laptop for sale new still for about $900, which is definitely more expensive, but at $900, it's still a decent buy if you're considering picking something up from Walmart. But I would just keep an eye again on walmart.com. They're probably gonna be refurbs like this, and they might use the same link that's down below. So click that link and keep it bookmarked if you're really interested in picking that thing up. But yeah, really awesome laptop. Cool to see that we were able to get something so cool from Walmart, and yeah, very excited that we got to test it.
So as always, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, check out our other 2 YouTube channels and also our twitch.tv/toastybros, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Hey, we have all kinds of great social media outlets such as Discord, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, you name it.
So many different social media platforms. We just post a lot of fun stuff there, especially TikTok, and our Discord is awesome if you want to hang out with like-minded PC individuals. So yeah, down below. See you guys later. Goodbye.
Peace out.